Hey guys, so welcome back to another video. So today we'll be trying to solve the 1338th question of Leetcode, that is reduce array size to half. Okay, so now you're given an integer array, that's R, and you can choose a set of integers and remove all the occurrences of these integers in the array. Now the condition here is that you have to find the minimum number of distinct integers that have to be removed so that the size of the array becomes half or less than half. Okay, so now this is the main thing to focus here. You have to remove, your main aim is to remove the minimum number of integers, okay, so that the size of the array becomes half or less than half. So we'll take an example right here. Okay, now say for example this is our input array. So now since we need to remove the minimum number of integers, what we can do is that our main aim is to remove the integers with the highest count values in the array. Basically remove the integers that occurs the most. Okay, so now the original length of the array, I'll just name this as OL. This is not thick. Okay, let's name this as OL. The original length of the array is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now yeah, so now if you see, you have to now as I said, your main steps are to remove the most occurring element in the array and keep on removing them up till the length of the array becomes half or less than half, then you can stop. Okay, we'll also have a variable called answer, which will basically inform us as to how many elements we removed. Okay, so now originally it will be at 0 because you removed 0 elements. Now if you see in this, the number 3 occurs the most, right? So if you remove that, the size, the array will look something like this, right? You will have 5, 5, 5, 2 to 7, right? So now here you can see that the now the length of the new array is 6, right? So I'll just put an arrow mark and write now 6. Now the size of the array came down to 6. Now if you notice, the half length of the array is 5, right? If you just divide this by 2, you will get the half length, that's 5. Now 6 is not 5, or and it's also not less than 5, so we have to again keep on removing elements up till that happens. Now if you look in the list, and by the way we removed one element, so now the value of answer will go up by 1. Okay, now the value of answer is 1. Now we have to remove another element from the array. As I said, again, choose the element that occurs the most. Okay, so now the element that occurs the most in the array is 5. So now you just basically remove 5. Okay, after you remove 5, one second. Okay, after you remove 5, why isn't this getting selected? Let me just check this. Okay, so now after you remove 5, your array will look something like this. Okay, now the size of the array will also go down again. Now the new size of the array is 3, right? Now that is less than 5. Okay, now that is less than half the length of the array, so we can stop here. Again, don't forget to increment the value of your answer because you again removed one more element from the array, right? So now this is the value of answer, and this is what you should return as your answer. Okay, it's actually as simple as that. Now let's think about the logic as to how we can solve this. Now here the main issue that comes is we have to find the element that occurs the most. Now to do that, we can actually just use a dictionary, or basically a map in C++, and a dictionary if you're using a language like Python. Okay, so now suppose you have a dictionary something like this. Okay, you have to just basically store the element and the number of times it occurs in the array. So 3 colon 4, okay, then you have 5 colon 3, 2 colon 2, and 7 colon 1. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to sort this dictionary in descending order. Okay, now it's already sorted. but you have to sort this in descending order, because as I said, you have to remove the elements that occurs the most. Okay, and by sort I mean sort the values of the dictionary in descending order. Okay, so now after you sort again, like you'll come with the same array. In this case, all cases may not be like this. Okay, now you have to loop through the array. Okay, basically loop through the values of the dictionary now. So now, as I said, okay, now we'll have a variable to hold the original length. Okay, so we'll have a for that. Now we have to subtract each value with the original length and check if it is less than or equal to the half length or not. Okay, we have to check if it's less than or equal to the half length or not. Or basically we can just check that if it's bigger than the half length. Okay, we can check if this a is bigger than the half length or not, and if it's bigger, then we can increase the value of answer by 1, right? Because we'll remove that element. Okay, so now first, when you subtract a with the first value, in this case the first value is 4, when you will subtract a with 4, your value is 6. Okay, now 6 is of course more than the half length, which is 5. Okay, which is 5. So now the answer, the variable answer goes up by 1. So initially it was 0, that now goes to 1. Now again, you will do 6 minus the next value. So in this case, it will be 6 minus 3, and the answer will also be 3. Now this, if you see, it is not bigger than the half length, right? It's not bigger than the half length. So now that basically means that we achieved our condition. So now we can add one more to answer. The only difference here is that when the original length is less than the half length, after increasing answer, we have to break the loop, right? Because like that's our aim and we finished what we had to do. Now we can just break outside the loop and just return answer as our output. Okay, so that's the main logic behind this. Let's try to code the solution now. Okay, so let's start. We'll first solve this in Python. So we'll first solve this in Python, then we can do this in C++. Okay, the first thing is to make a dictionary. Let's see if the indentation is wrong. Okay, h equal to a dictionary. Okay, then for num and r, I have to just add the elements into the dictionary. Okay, if num not in h, then we can just do h of num equal to 1. Okay, just add it. Else we can just increment the value of the number that's already there. Okay, now after this we have to sort the values. Okay, so we'll just make a list called sorted values, and this will be the sorted version of h dot values. Okay, and remember we need this in descending order, so we'll have to use a reverse as well. Okay, so now a few variables here, answer equal to 0. I'm sure you all know what they do by now. A will be our length of the array and B will be the length of the array divided by 2. Okay, so that we get the like basically the half length of the array. Now for I in sorted values, we can do is that a minus equal to I. Then if a is more than b, we can increment the value of answer, and if it is not the case, of the original length decreases, becomes lower than the half length, we can increment the value of answer, and we also have to break the loop. Okay, then we can return answer. Now let's submit and see if this works. Okay, it works. Let's submit. And there you go, that's how you solve this problem. It's a bit slow, normally it runs a bit fast, so let's check again. Hopefully it runs a bit more faster, because when I checked it was okay. Well, I guess that's the speed they're showing now. Okay, now let's try to solve this in C++. Okay, so we'll go to C++ here. Let's try. Okay, so now the first thing is to make a map. Okay, It will be integer and integer, because both the keys and the values are going to be integer. So for int I equal to 0, I less than a, and I plus plus, what we can do is we can add the value into the map. Okay, like so. Let me just fix this. Let this go forward. Okay, now that's it for that. Now after this, we need to make a vector which will basically be used to store the sorted version of our values. Okay, so I'll just name this vector as v. So now I'll do for auto I colon m, v dot pushback. We can just do I dot second, okay, because that holds the values. Okay, now that's done. Now we have to sort the values, right? So now I can just use sort v dot begin, v dot end, and we need this in descending order, so we'll also use the greater function over here. Okay, now again the basic stuff. Int answer is 0, int a is going to be array dot size. Oh, here by the way it's not a. Oh, yeah, it's actually array dot size, right? Yeah, just by doing code chef I just took that as a by mistake. Okay, now here a will be the array dot size, and now int b will basically be the floor value of array dot size by 2. Okay, now that's okay. This bracket should come outside. Okay, now that's it. Now for int I equal to 0, here we can use I less than a, okay, because that will be the maximum value. Or we can use array dot size, because sometimes it may not become correct. Okay, array dot size. Then let's see. After that, yeah, just subtract the value of a. Let me leave a bit of space. V of I. Okay, so now it's basically subtracting with the values which are already in descending order within the array. So if a is more than b, what we can do is that make this proper. What we can do is that we can increment answer, right? Else we have to do a few things. First thing is to increment answer, then also to break the loop. Okay, now after we do all of this, I guess outside we can just do return answer, and that should be it. Let's try. Hopefully we didn't miss anything in this. Okay, it works. Let's submit. And there you go. That's how you solve this problem. If you have any doubts, do leave them in the comment section down below. And that's it for this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.